Imogen. Are you
Welcome to the ladies' room, where real men talk and truth go boom. Good morning, good morning. If your man acting up or your woman losing she mind, right we don't hide till we inside, 'cause the ladies' room go set it right.
an appointment?
Welcome, welcome to the ladies' room, where real men talk and truth go boom. Good morning, good morning. If your man acting up or your woman losing she mind, right we don't hide till we inside, 'cause the ladies' room go set it right. Welcome, welcome to the ladies' room, where real men talk and truth go boom. Good morning, good morning. If your man acting up or your woman losing she mind, right we don't hide till we inside, 'cause the ladies' room go set it right.
Good morning again, everybody, and welcome back to the room, the ladies' room for today, Monday, February 2nd. What Shelly come with about good morning, great is the GBSS, 141 years and counting. I'll be doing too much with this great is the GBSS. Whatever. Good morning again, everyone. Welcome back to the room, the ladies' room, like I said, for Monday, February 2nd. Yep, already day 2 in the month of February. And as always, we are here to make it count and, of course, make the day matter. Welcome to all those of you celebrating birthdays today. Again, happy birthday to the Honorable Andy Williams, celebrating his birthday. Hope you have a wonderful day, sir. And everyone who's celebrating today, of course, if you celebrated on the weekend or you celebrated with me yesterday, hope you have yourself an awesome turn around the sun once again. Another year of life, or year officially starts here from your birthday. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance. Thank you so much, Western Union, Land Store, and thank you so much, St. Augustine Medical Services, for making the room possible. Alrighty, and for those of you joining us on the live YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, welcome. Happy Monday. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you so very much. Yeah, red is like new life, new energy. So I'm like, you know what? Today I'm gonna do red to match, the energy that I'm in. Yeah, red is boldness. It makes you feel alive, and really puts you in a good mood, good energy. Thank you so much if you're listening on Radio 95.1, 95.3, or if you're listening via the Power app. Thank you so very much as well for being here. So much to say, a lot of thanks to give, but we're going to take it in strides. Morning, Shante. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for sharing. Marianne, good morning. Hey, Don, good morning. Rita Williams, Glendon Phillip, thank you so very much. Good morning. Yeah, you know we're celebrating for the entire month because it's a short month, so why not? Jackie Douglas Adams, good morning. I just come to say good morning, but not to Aruna because like my passport expire and I can't party on boat too. God is love. Goodbye. Jack, give me a day now. Just give me a day or two to continue to celebrate and be in good spirits according to full blown. And give me a chance. Let me enjoy my season, man. Morning, Della. Yeah, you were missed. Good morning, Marvelyn Thomas, Abigail Nelson, Jackie Chaiton. Who else is here? Alana Boson, Nissy. Welcome. Andrea, good morning. Yvette James, good morning. I had an awesome birthday. Good morning, Rita Williams. Good morning, Amanda McLeish. Good morning, Maureen Isaac, Terrace Millet, Charmaine Sinclair, Terrence Wells. You were so missed. Listen, this has to be more than a minute. We need to see more of you. You were missed around here. All right, but I hope all is well, bro. Thank you so much for the love as always. It's the original John Strokes in the building. Welcome back, John Strokes. Big up yourself, Shelly. And again, congratulations to the GBSS, 141 years and counting. Yeah, that's indeed a celebration worthy of having. So shout out to all the present and past students. But sometimes I swear that past students just behave as if they're still in school. Like they have more energy and they, but it's a good thing, to look back on your institution, your past with fond memories. It's a place where you spend most of your formative years, so it builds you. You got to meet the friends, you got to form bonds with teachers, and so yeah. Congratulations to the GBSS. So that means y'all be showing yourselves out for the rest of the year. Anywho's, Clarina, good morning. Eddie Frederick, good morning. Good morning, Eddie. Happy birthdays to a local woman of substance who deserves the entire month to celebrate. Love the ladies' room song. May God's light continue to be with you. Much, much love. Always, Eddie, always right back at you. Thank you so much. And we definitely have to do a catching up in the room soon when I get to the male part of, the conversations. Valerie Ross, thank you so much for always being here. Good morning, Vanessa St. John, Shauna Henry, Paul Hippolyte, Roxanne Scott, Rosie Rocks, good morning, Kem Simeon. Thank you so very much. Also, Hazelyn Regis. Oh, yes, Hazelyn is also the first, right? Yeah. So, belated birthday to Hazelyn Regis. Hope she enjoyed her day as well. Precious Jewel. Thank you so much, Terrence. Dwight Greenskin Butter Jr. Do be sad. Big up yourself. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Drea Phillip. Hope you had a wonderful one, too. Know you were out doing the most. But hope you enjoyed. Queen B. Nishi. Thank you so much. Welcome to the room, everybody. Jenna Lynn, Christelle, Mr. Ray, good morning. But I can't get birthday invite. All who making confusion for birthday invite not even here. And me wasting paper and give all the invitation. And I know y'all would not be boarding no plane just to come and celebrate no birthday with me. I'm special, but you ain't going that far from me. You Mr. Ray. So, mash your bricks. I thank you. Morning, Kata. Hope you belated. Hope you enjoyed your birthday on Saturday. Happy belated to you as well. All my Aquarians in the room. Who else? Who else is here? Hazel Bascom, Aloe Bailey. She and I will get to Matthew Maureen, Brenda Durant. Let me ignore Jackie comments. Rachel Boateng, May Cyrus, Anthony Batiste, Glendolyn Simpson. Thank you so much. Kisonja Penny, good morning. Wendy, Samuel, Tasha Francis, Denlaw, big up yourself, Anisha Joseph, good morning, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Zakel, and my brother is in the room. Yeah, big up yourself, bro. Gabby, good morning. Hi, guys, good morning. I see the man only fix the frog. Ravi, I tell you this, listen, put some water or something on that birthday, Ravi. Morning, Ravi. Morning, Jenny. Good morning. Anik, good morning. Morning, Sue. Happy Monday. Thank you so much, guys. I had a great birthday. Um, Lisa, thank you. Darren Oxford, Kareem, Azira, Nushka, Bruno. I hope I pronounced that name right. Tommy Pascal, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, everybody. And Thomas over on YouTube. Bikini. I can't wear bikini and yacht. No, you don't want to wear bikini, miss. You want to go in place where you could shop. Shop in what the name? What the name of them high-end store on them? That's what you want to do. You don't want to be on no bikini and nothing. That's what you want to do. Kenwin Roberts, only close friends got invited to that boat ride. While them America people come here making all this bacchanal and confusion for listen. My TikTok guys, y'all good? Katisha Abraham, good morning. Y'all good over there? Alright, nice. Sonia, you're taking control. Okay, big up yourself. Kizzy, blessed queen, big up yourself. Good morning, good morning. Who else? Come on in, guys. Come on in. Well, I had a topic planned and I was gonna do, but then Eddie called me this morning and I have a nice grocery drawer. Anywho's, let me start by saying thank you so much to each and everybody who took the time out to send me a birthday greeting, to write a special message for all the calls. Thank you so much. They were all well received. I've started responding to some. I know I'm not gonna get to personally say thank you to everyone, but for the most part, I want to take the time to say a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you who reached out and sent some birthday greetings and love my way. It really means a lot, because like I said, people are busy, people are doing themselves, and for someone to pick up the phone just to call to say happy birthday or to write a nice message, these are not things I take for granted, because like I said, you could be in a different place, you could be doing other things, you don't have to, but the fact that you did, I want to say special thanks to everyone for coming out. Yes, I had a wonderful birthday. Yeah, it was a really good one. And then the older you get, to realize that you don't need a whole lot, but you want more of the things, more of the things that matters, So like I said, I had a different topic planned, but I was speaking to Eddie this morning. Eddie Frederick called me and he was like, you know what? He didn't want to call me yesterday to get stuck in the crowd. So either he did it before or he do it after. So he did it after. So he gave me, we had a really nice, so we're not going to get into any drama today. I'm still high on the birthday. I'm still celebrating. The energy is still good. I don't want to hear about no man and woman business today. But there is a video that I want to talk about tomorrow. And a post that I made last week that I want to have a conversation on. And we also have another guest coming up. So that's kind of what we're doing this week. But I'll let you know as we confirm it. But anywho's, yesterday, man, listen, the love I received from the clock struck 12 midnight. It was just constant birthday messages. The texts, the calls, the voice notes, the messages on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, people I haven't spoken to in years reaching out. And it really reminded me of something, And every year, it's not something I take lightly. Sometimes we don't even realize how many lives we touch. And sometimes we are so busy surviving, we are so busy growing, we are so busy working, we are so busy pushing forward, we forget that we are loved. And like I said, we are not our color. We're not big on saying I love you, although it's there in the action and things people do, it's there, but I love you is not something we say easily, and it gets some getting used to saying I love you. But sometimes, like I said, we get so busy surviving and working and just lifing that we forget that we are loved. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Y'all really, really, really made my day special. Yeah. So now, as you know, I step into this new year of life, this new chapter. We're getting closer to, batting at half a century going up the road. As I step into this new year of life, I felt something honestly different. Yeah, not older, not tired, but clear. And to me, this year isn't about doing more, it's about becoming more. And I've been saying this from last birthday, so it's really a continuation of growth. It's really a continuation of growth. And I want to shout out Eddie again, for always motivating, always pushing. Thank you so much, Denise Park Langine, for the love and, constant push. And, it is not something that I take for granted, This, as I said, is a continuation of growth. Where my 2 Dixie biscuit from your big birthday bash? Tell you, these people that them up in the cold is like Donald Trump rubbing off on them, It's like either the cold getting to them or the orange man getting to them, because I find all of them starting to behave as if they're losing their little marbles. Anywho's, like I was saying, the growth continues, and everybody loves, you hear people using the word growth all the time. And I have, of course, you got to thank the other half, thanks the hubby as well. Everybody love the word growth until it starts requiring change. Yeah, everybody want blessing, but nobody want the stretching. Everybody wants to elevate, but don't want the isolation that comes with it. And hold on. No one day thing, right? Celebration continues. So yes, I was saying, everybody wants the isolate the elevation, but don't want the isolation that comes with it. And I was telling Eddie about talking to Eddie about it this morning, and I'm like, you know what? That is the hardest part of growth, the isolation, where you literally have to cut yourself off from a lot of things, whether it's places, whether it's people. You have to, and that is the hardest part, because when you're so accustomed to doing certain things, or you're accustomed, being around certain people, you have to come to the part. Let me tell you about growth. Let me tell you something about growth. Growth will make you uncomfortable, and it will have you outgrowing people. And we shouldn't feel bad for outgrowing people, and we shouldn't make people guilt us into having people around us that is not on the same journey or not on the same path. As you get older, you have to get to a place where you learn to cut things and people off that are not in line with your growth. Growth will have you outgrowing people, outgrowing habits, outgrowing spaces, outgrowing versions of yourself you once thought you would be forever. And the hardest because it's not easy. So I'm not going to pretend it has been easy. It's not easy. The hardest part about this is learning not to force yourself where you no longer fit. And I'm looking around and I'm seeing so many people still in that position, forcing themselves to be part of things that they just don't align with. Whether it's friends, whether it's group, whether it's whatever. It could be a job. There are things you outgrow, and you have to understand that, hey, part of growth is learning not to force yourself where you no longer fit. You have to keep smalling up all yourself. You know when them boss and them tell you it's supposed to be three in a seat, but they put in a little extra thing on the side. They build in the little extra stool. The boss ain't come with that, you know. They building it and sticking it on the side, and then they're telling you small up yourself. And you're probably bigger than the seat, but you want to go. So you go and you small up yourself. You come off the bus, all your leg cramping, pin and needle. Your blood flow cut off, circulation cut off in your foot because you're busy trying to fit in instead of saying, nah, you go. Somebody smaller could fit in here. That's not me. Learning not to force yourself when you're no longer fit is part of growth. And I'm sure there are so many of you on this live now that, you know, has been there. Still showing up where you're no longer valued. You're just jamming like Bobot and refusing to let go. Still pouring into people who stop pouring into us. You keep pouring, hoping that they go turn around and start pouring into you. And you would not open your eyes and say and realize that, boy, you have to stop that, boy. Stop that, boy. You have to realize that we keep holding on to situation that God has been trying to remove from our life for years. And why we do it? Because it's familiar, because it's comfortable, because we're afraid of starting over. But comfort will keep you stuck. Comfort, when you're comfortable, that means you're too there's nothing wrong with comfort. But there's some things you cannot get comfortable about, because it will keep you stuck. Comfort. Some of us are not unhappy because life is hard, you know. Some of us, let me not take up me us, because according to thing, I'm in a happy place. I'm in a good place. Some of all you are not unhappy because life is hard. Some of you are unhappy because you refuse to grow. And y'all, like I said, keep trying to squeeze yourself into all spaces with a new mindset. Listen, I know people just get upset, and you really have to mean like a lot. And I truly value you, your presence in my life. I value your energy and what you bring to my space to do second chances. And there are some situation that is worthy of it. Yeah. And I've had to do that recently because I'm like, you know what? This is worth it because we've been through so much, we've done so much, and you know, at the end of the day, to err is the human. People, you know, you make mistakes, we all make mistakes, none of us are perfect, the way we handle things are not perfect, and sometimes you just have to, you know, talk, get to a place of understanding. But generally speaking, a lot of people are squeezing into old spaces with a new mindset, trying to fit into rooms they've outgrown, trying to hold on to relationships that can't go where we're going. And it's like trying to wear a dress you wore at 18 when you're 35, knowing that you've gained weight or you probably lost weight, and you're probably just not the same space, you're not the same size. The dress is a small, but you're now a large. It don't fit no more. It do not fit. And it's not because something wrong with you, it's because you grew. And instead of celebrating our growth, we shame ourselves for it. Hear what we say. I wonder why I don't feel uncomfortable around, why I don't feel comfortable around them no more. Yeah? Why I don't enjoy this anymore. Why I feel drained after certain conversations. You know it, you feel it, you understand it. And that's not you being mean, that's you evolving, and nothing is wrong with evolving. With evolving means you lose people. You're going to lose friendships. You're going to lose relationships. So don't feel bad when you go around certain people and instead of walking away motivated, walking away feeling inspired, walking away feeling high, you walk away feeling drained. Because it's not a conversation you could ever learn from. You never speak on things that, hey, how can we do a business together? How can we, you know, how can we better ourselves? Let me form a little think tank and let me brainstorm now, guys. I'm trying to start a business. You go to them, you run the business, girl, I ain't feel that go work now. It's never, let's talk about this. Let's see how we can work this out. Let's brainstorm. First thing is, I ain't feel that go work now. Maybe you should do something else. Not, hey, let's try. Let's try. So you already know it's always that or talking about who there with who taking who you see her with, who she there with now, who he there with now. Oh, he honey new woman with this she know, and oh, that is who he leave you man for, and that is who she leave she man for. It's a bunch of nonsensical conversations every time. I ain't saying people can meet and have little old talk and all. Everybody gossip. Everybody gossips. Everybody make that little hypocrite. But an entire friendship should not be based on just talking about other people, and we don't talk about ourselves and all. Listen, what are we doing for this year? You're planning to go and do a little course. You're going back to school. What are you doing in terms of personal growth? Everybody business except your business and your growth. Sometimes growth sounds like, no, I can't come. No, I don't want to come. No, I don't want to. But sometimes you're there in your house, you don't want to go a place. And somebody come and, hey, let me go down the road. And you don't want to go because you don't. And what you would do? You jump up and go. But you don't want to go. Sometimes growth sounds like, no, I can't come. No, I don't want to come. No, I don't wish to be part of this. Sometimes growth looks like walking away quietly as well. It doesn't have to be loud. You don't have to announce you're walking away. You can just gradually take yourself away from certain things. Your partner and them partying every weekend. You don't want to party every weekend. You want to save a little more because you're planning to buy a little vehicle. You're planning to build a little house. You're planning to do some renovation. So you can't afford to go and drink with the boys every weekend, spending $400, $500, $600, $800. You decide, you know what, I'm going to go out once a month now and probably spend a $200 instead of going out every month. That is part of your growth. And don't feel by you inside house, you man, come outside and take a drink. You have a plan. So you could start declining, or you can be upfront and say to your fellas or to your girls or whoever you would listen, you gotta be at those lions say I come in. And say upfront to them, listen, I'm kind of working on a new direction for myself. I'm kind of in a different headspace now, and those things no longer appeal to me. Just going and get drunk every weekend and drinking a set of rum on Monday I can't function no longer appeal to me. I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to better me. And sometimes growth is choosing peace over proving a point. And let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. Everybody can't go with you into your next season. Jackie says, I have a lot of growing to do. I can't say no for nothing. Yep, you have to. When you learn to say no, you would realize how powerful a word it is and how we can free you to work on your peace. Because you're going under duress. You don't want to go where you're going because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Feelings will get hurt. People would have to understand. They don't understand. That's not your people. We have to come to a place where we understand that everybody can't go with you into your next season, and we keep forcing people to go into our season with us. Everybody cannot go. You're going to have to leave some people behind or leave everybody behind. And yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Because sometimes it could be family. It could be friends. Sometimes it's people you thought would be in your life forever. But growth, guys, will separate you. Growth will separate you. And not because you're better than them. And I really wish people would understand that when you see a person leveling up, it's not because they're rich and switch. It's not because they feel they're better than anybody. It's because they know they're not better than anybody, that they're trying to be better for themselves. They're trying to get to a good place. They're trying to do better. And it just sometimes irks me so much when you see somebody, probably they used to be doing the most every time, and now you see this person, working hard to change their life, probably got a job and staying in a job and holding down, and everybody, here we go, now I feel you get rich and switch, or you get man now, you get woman now, you don't want to line with us now, you feel you're better than us now. That right there tells you those are not your people to take into your next season. And it's not because you're better than them, it's because you are now different. Your mindset has changed, your priorities have changed, your tolerance, most importantly, have changed. And what you used to accept, you no longer accept. And now you become the big bad wolf and enemy, public enemy number one. What you used to laugh at, you now question. Because sometimes I see people and especially on the Jamaican side of TikTok, you would swear I'm a Jamaican the way I be trying to like have these conversations and be like, us women, why is it so easy for us to pull and tear another woman to shreds and to join in? She think, and every time I see, I don't know Rosalie from nowhere, never. But I just feel like I relate to her because I know what it feels like to be constantly talked about, constantly attacked, constantly, and it puts you in a defense position. You're always on the defensive, trying to defend to this one, so that you throw water on this fire and next one lights, and you're constantly having to defend. So I kind of understand. I may not like everything she does or how she does it or how she say it, but I can relate to her because when you're in defense mode, all you can think about is protecting yourself. Self-preservation. So you're constantly in that mode. And it just irks me to see women knowing how hard it is for us out here to join and speaking about another woman, how she looks and she feels she's that girl. We are all that girl, irrespective of how we look, our shape, butt, real, whatever the case might be. Everybody is somebody. So it just burns me to the core when I hear women talking about, oh, she thinks she's that girl, because we are so superficial that once you're not looking a particular way, once you're not a Dolly style, Public Enemy say, yes, well, you're Jamaican by accent, you think? Grenadian song, nothing like Jamaican, because Jamaicans take out the H in everything. Yeah, they would say accent and they say accent. Take off the H in heart, take off the H in hurt and be like earth, art. No way Grenadian song like Jamaicans. You don't hear the H, you never hear the H in their words. But Grenadian. Yeah, so when you see women looking at other women and think she thinks she's that girl and who she thinks she is who she thinks she is. Who you think she is not her concern. Who she thinks she is, how she feels about herself, that is what's important. And I never get, and I will never understand how people are talking about a person and asking them, you think you're all that. So when you're talking about somebody who is not all that, every minute of the day, there's some panel going live discussing Rosalie and she business. And half of the time you hear she thinks she's not all that. So why are you wasting time first thing in the morning, last thing in the night to sit on a panel, to hold a live, to discuss somebody who you claim is nothing? What kind of juice y'all does drink during the day? Y'all doesn't pee before I go and sleep? Because I don't understand it. How do you speak about people? And be like, oh, Runa thinks she's that, Okay, so I'm nobody. So why are you wasting time discussing me and thinking about me? People that I don't think of, I don't look at them, there's a mental funeral every day. You're already dead in my head. You see, like when dogs do how they kick dust on it? That is how I feel when I don't associate with people or things. You do and you kick dust to cover it, so I don't see it. So when you get to a place of growth, things you used to entertain, you now avoid. And that is okay. Stop in 2026, for the love of God. Stop forcing connections. Stop forcing friendships. Stop forcing your hair in a ponytail. If you can, go slick it back. Stop forcing baby hair. Baby hair is supposed to be natural. Stop taking your full-grown, mature, adult hair and plastering it all over your forehead and calling it baby hair. Stop forcing things. Stop forcing yourself to belong. If you have to shrink in to fit in somewhere, that is not your space anymore. If you have to beg for respect, that is not your place anymore. If you leave feeling drained instead of inspired, that is not your circle anymore. Growth will teach you that sometimes you have to choose yourself, and that is not selfish. That is necessary. As Ken Roy would say, that is necessary. Because when you don't choose yourself, you end up burnt out. You end up burnt out. You end up tired. You end up bitter. You end up resentful. You end up blaming everybody else for the life you didn't have the courage to change. And from since last year, I made this promise to myself. And I'm so happy. You know, sometimes I procrastinate a lot, but I am so happy that some of the things, I've actually followed through on a lot of things. And I made a promise to myself that I will no longer force what doesn't flow. I will no longer chase what's running. I will no longer stay where I'm not appreciated, where I'm not celebrated. I will no longer settle for less than I deserve. And it's all about alignment for me. What's for me will find me. What's not for me can leave peacefully and leave me alone. No drama, no back and forth, no bantering with nobody. You could tell me it's a 6, and if I realize that the 6 is going down an argument road, and I'm seeing it's a 9, okay, hold your 6, leave me alone. Yeah? No drama, no arguing with nobody, no explaining and over-explaining, just growth. Because sometimes explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, it is exhausting. It is exhausting trying to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. No matter what you say, and they know what you're saying is the honest truth, they're still committed to misunderstanding you. So you're fighting a losing battle from jump. The amount of energy you take into tell, yo, that is a 9, and they continue to tell you it's a 6. They know you're a 9. You know it's a 9. They know it's a 9, but they're telling you it's a 6. And 2 of them they stand up. Oh, that is a 6. That is a 9. That is a 6. And the crazy thing about it is, what I've realized over the years that there are some people who only like the old you. The people-pleasing you, the quiet you who let all kind of ish slide and you don't say anything. The always available you. I need a ride, I need a this, I need a that, I need, do. And then, when it's your turn, crickets. The one that over-giving you. But when you start setting boundaries, if you want to see flies scatter quick, you see when you drop vinegar, and flies start to scatter. If you want to see people scatter, start setting boundaries. Steve Duncan, stop begging, forcing the man to buy reggae first VIP when you know General is your. Steve, real from Guam, you know, you're real like Bacchanal, you know. Would stop begging and forcing the man to buy. You should be encouraging them to do that. Unless VIP sold out already. That's what you're trying to say. VIP completely sold out, but stop forcing and begging the man to buy reggae first VIP when you know General is your thing. We're talking about growth. So let the women glow up and see what it feels like to experience VIP. You're out and bright. Encourage them to buy VIP tickets. So before you know it, you might have a whole show with VIP. But like I said, when you start setting boundaries, that's when you see people scattering. When you start saying no, man, people that used to message you every day and every time you ask you, they always want a favor every day and you say yes. Just say one no. Well, let's say no, they might say, all right, maybe no because you probably really can't. Tell them no 2 times. Tell them no 2 times. Start setting boundaries. Start learning to use the word no. It is a word for a reason. Not to hold in the back of your head and then you say yes with your mouth. Keep yes in your head and say no with your mouth. When you start saying no, when you start choosing yourself, you will get, oh, you change. And you know what? When they tell you that you change, take that as a compliment. Say thank you. So you've seen the change. Don't get upset. Don't try to explain why you change and why. Say thank you. When somebody tell you that you change, smile. Make sure you smile and say thank you. That means it's definitely working. All the work that I'm putting in, it means it is working. Say yes, I changed. I healed, I grew, I learned, and I leveled up. Because growth is Third Base International, good morning. Growth is realizing peace is worth more than being right. Growth is realizing you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. That's what some of you get up in on social media, and sometimes I just make too little attempt when I see some kind of discussion, whether it's on politics or socialist, and I start to type it. And then I just backspace and delete, because I'm like, first question I ask myself, Aruna, do you have the time to sit down and go back and forth to this person all day? Because that's where it's going to go. How much of you find the time to be doing back and forth, under sometimes when you watch a thread, 100 plus one thread, the comments and they comment on you, and back and forth. And so I sit there, I'm a part of the Comments Association, so I sit and I read. But then I'm like, yo, because you have to sit with your phone in your hand and respond. You don't have time to do nothing else. That is why when people come on your job and they want service or want something done, you're vexed they coming, because you're will be distracting you from doing your real work on the metaverse. You're vexed. You come on interrupt what's going on here. Like I said, growth is realizing silence is sometimes the loudest response. Silence is an answer too, But you don't answer to people, that is also a response. Growth is understanding that every loss is a loss. Some losses are protection. Some goodbyes are blessings. Some endings are God clearing space for something better. But no, I only want to hold on. I only want to jam. If things are shifting, if relationships are changing, if you're feeling distant from the things you once loved, don't fight it. You're growing, and growth feels like confusion sometimes before clarity. It feels like breaking before building. It feels like losing before gaining. But trust me. Just know, because I've been through it all. I've gone through the fire. They wring me, they rinse me, they put me back, they wring me again. They rinse me some more. They put you on high, then they put you on mid, then they put you on low. 3 different cycles you go through. High, medium, and low. They take you out and they find, you know what, you don't wash clean enough, they put you back in again. So I've been through all the cycles. So trust me when I say on the other side of growth is peace. On the other side of growth is purpose. On the other side of growth is a stronger you. Yeah? So as I step into this new life, new year of life, the growth, Brenda says, Aruna, I remember a few years ago, a guy said he spent plenty of money with friends and decided to change his lifestyle. That is when he had plenty enemies. Yep. So when you see me, it's nothing to do with switching up, nothing to do with feeling better than people. It is stepping into growth and encouraging you all to come along. It's stepping into healing. It's stepping into alignment, into peace, into my next level. And I just want to encourage everybody listening today, man, woman, child, dog, rat, cat, bat. Don't be afraid to outgrow. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to walk away. Don't be afraid to choose yourself. You owe nobody the old version of you. Nobody. You owe yourself the best version of you. Yeah? It's not too late. We're just 2 months into the year, so we have enough time. We have enough time to join me on the growth journey. So here's to growth. Here's to boundaries. Here's to healing. Here's to evolving. And here's to forcing what no longer fits. Yeah? And again, thank you all for the birthday love. Thank you for all the support. I haven't reached over on Power Page yet. Jeez. I need to hire somebody just to respond to messages this week. And back to normal programming next week. I have not even reached. There's over 500 plus comments over there. I ain't even reached the messenger, neither the Instagram messages. So, thank you. Yeah? I definitely will have to do a general thank you post. But thank you so much, everybody who's been kicking it with me. Thank you so much for your constant support, words of encouragement. Those of you who even say a little prayer for me on a daily basis, to keep me on the straight and narrow. You know, thank you so much for all the prayers, the well wishes. Marvel Rock says, thank you, topic. Love your topic. No one wants you. That becoming more yourself can mean becoming unfamiliar to people who once knew you best. That healing might look like distance. That choosing better can feel at first like choosing alone. That's it. Who is she? My son in who is she son in Who is that? Who happy birthday? Kizzy says we need to stop associating our change with the new year. We change it when we feel like to. Yep. That's why I said it can happen at any time. You don't need a season. You don't need any time. Next week, 6 months from now, 8 months from now, on your timing, when you're ready. There's nothing that dictates you have to start because the new year starts. No. A lot of the times you put pressure on yourself when you want to start with the new year, and by the second week, you fall off. You backslide back to normal programming. So you start when you think you are ready. You are ripe and ready to start that season of growth. Yeah? Clyde, thank you so much. When you are ready, make the year intentional, make your season intentional, make it different. Yeah? And don't feel that you have to stay where you no longer belong, because we feel it. We feel it in our core when we no longer belong in certain places and certain situations. We feel it, but we ignore it because, again, like I said, change is something that we fear. What? Check your WhatsApp? All right, so I'll check it just now. Change is something that we fear. So, I have a quick voice note to play before we go. Let me just play this one here. Hear what this person's saying. Quick and fast.
Good morning. I want to ask a question. I've realized you guys have a lot of programs on the radio, and people listen to you guys. You are very influential. How come you guys don't have any program about about faggotism and lesbianism? How come you guys just have this like a circle as though it's right? Why don't you have a program by educating the younger ones and the parents about these wrongdoings? So this is my take on for the morning. I want to know exactly why is it that you guys don't have a conversation about this? Because this is so wrong. And in Grenada, there's so much lesbian and faggots. You know, like we can't have it that is right. You know, this is the mental issue, and that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed, and it get people sick and all stuff like that. Just wanted to see how you have a take.
I'm having a program and tell people it's wrong. So you didn't hear me say I miss a piece. You didn't listen to the whole program where I say I miss a piece. The one time I went down that road, he had say all the rings, dry me, put me back to wash, take me out and wash me again. Well, you see, boy, lad, the little devil was really said and poke you in your back, you know. I did enjoy my little piece of my little growth. So thank you for listening. But like you said, how come we don't do it? That is why we don't do it. It is not my place, and I ain't going down. That's a slippery rope slide. I'm not about to take. All right, but thank you for the idea. I'm sure somebody else would probably love to have the conversation, but at the end of the day, to each his own. Yeah. What consenting adults do with their self or with each other, it's not my place to dictate or tell them what's right, what's wrong. I think we have enough men and women of the cloth to do that if they so desire. Anyways, yeah, just get like a poke sometimes. Thank you so much, guys, for chiming in. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for receiving what I said, and not just receiving it, but actually doing it. Yeah, making it your. Tomorrow, God's will, we'll be back. Thank you so much for powering up. Thank you so much to everyone on the TikTok. Thank you so much to everyone on YouTube, Facebook, radio. We shall reconvene tomorrow. Donna, I didn't even know what it was. That's the thing. I couldn't, because it's hard to listen to it before playing, because I'll have to go off air. But yeah. Have a great one, everybody. Thank you so much, Sonia, and everybody who tuned in for the past couple minutes. I appreciate you as always. All right. Have a great Monday, everybody. Me, they say me.